instead of my usual confessions, I'm gonna read, like, Slutty League fanfiction right now. This is a bit different, but, bear with me. I'm not gonna start at the beginning, because the beginning is just boring. I want to get to the weird shit, so... let me see. I'm trying to see where where Ari starts getting raped by Renekton. Hold on, let me see. Let's see. Here we go. Eyes wide. Let's see. Okay, so eyes wide. The Fox girl couldn't believe Renekton actually resorted to violence in the champion's waiting lounge. His large, robust hand constricted itself around her tender neck, easily lifting her up to meet his deranged eyes. She waved her legs pathetically as she struggled to breathe. All prior thoughts of humiliating the beast quickly faded away. Her vision slowly dimmed, his sharp black talons digging into her soft petite neck. His scaly lip curling up sadistically at the sight of the helpless Kitsune. Roughly dropping the petite fox girl, he loomed over her, his eyes studying her intently as if deciding his next course of action. His deathly Why are we taking so goddamn long to describe the nigga's eyes? Like, who cares? He's a giant alligator monster. He has, like, evil eyes. But I guess we gotta emphasize he's evil eyes. So, his deathly red eyes glinted with satisfaction as he finally came to a decision. You said came. That made the child in me laugh. Let's not do this here. Renekton breathed out huskily, carelessly groping her. His single hand was enough to simultaneously grasp both her breasts. That was really unfortunate. The Kitsune shuddered in horror at the feeling of his cold reptilian skin touching her in such an intimate way. As promiscuous as she was, Ari detested the idea of fornicating with this behemoth. Well, Renekton is like a giant alligator, man. Like, I wouldn't, like, I'm slutty, but I wouldn't let, like, a giant alligator, like, stick its cock in me. That just sounds unpleasant. You idiot! You could have at least asked me out for dinner first, you sexually deprived beast! Ari smacked her hand pathetically at the jaw of the crocodilian beast. I like that, crocodilian beast. It sounds cool. Renekton laughed haughtily, opening his jaws to capture Ari's slender arm. He bit down. Wouldn't he, like, rip her arm off at that point? Ah! She screamed at the top of her lungs, her eyes wider than the ocean. Like, how were her eyes gonna be wider than the ocean? I don't even understand that. Like, that seems like it should have been a different descriptor. Seems like it would have been more appropriate. Stupefied at the lack of pain, she slowly realized her arm was captured at the large spacing between Renekton's teeth. Oh! Wait, is it oh or oh? She muttered. Okay, oh, she muttered under her breath stupidly at the realization. I'm filing a report for sexual harassment. I mean, like, that goes beyond sexual harassment. That's just straight rape. But, like, anyway, Flare, well, I guess, yeah, that's like sexual assault at that point, you know? Flare of determination returned to her beautiful amber orbs. A feigned attempt to overcome her previous embarrassment. If you're so good at feeding, you might as well feed me! Renekton bellowed with laughter. Releasing her arm, he dragged her towards a green lantern, which was quietly hovering over the white tile floors of the Institute. Ari beat her arms repeatedly at the rough, scaly abdomen of Renekton, firing off multiple threats of reports as well as degrading insults. That's like, can't Ari just, like, shoot him in the face with, like, her magical fucking powers? Like, Ari is, like, a high DPS fucking champion. Like, Ari can fucking kill you if she... Like, what the Renekton ignored her attempts, her struggles, only turning him on even more as soon as Renekton stepped on the lantern. Apparently, like, Thresh is somewhere, I don't know. Ari felt herself being dragged at a speed faster than sound, zooming quickly past the solid walls. If she was moving faster than sound, she would be like Adam. Like, she wouldn't even exist as like a she wouldn't even exist. She'd just be so completely eviscerated in so many ways. Walls of the Institute, and all the while, all the way towards a distant forest. What do you think you're doing? This is really taking long to get to the weird section, but it's all kind of weird. Ari demanded for the 1,000th time. Glancing around clumsily, she noticed Thresh. Her old team support was there. She remembered he fired off multiple insults at her for not calling MIAs. No doubt he was displeased with her performance, and she was looking for revenge as well. You wench! You're the reason we got kept! Thresh's hollow voice sent a cold shiver up her spine. Learn to ward, you failed support! Wait, no, that's Ari. Learn to ward, you failed support! Ari stuck her tongue out, quoting the exact same thing her incompetent summoner had told her to say earlier in response to Thresh's rage. Her eyes danced with mirth, seeing how her response revitalized the Chain Warden's rage. You foxy bitch! That's hilarious, you foxy bitch! You foxy bitch! You'll regret saying that. Ari winced at the uncouth language, surprised that the usual stoic Thresh reacted in such a way when no one was around. Where is this? Enough talking! Let the feast begin! Renekton's jarred voice, the hell? Jarred voice echoed throughout the forest, roughly slamming her. Oh, that's my cat knocking shit over, apparently, and laying down. Well, that's good. That means he's not in the way. Throughout the forest, roughly slamming her down, he pulled her ass up by her. Her ass up. I don't know what's funny. By her fluffy white tails, electing a pained moan from Ari. He rubbed his rapidly hardening cock on the kitsune's pussy mouth. Pussy mound. Where the hell? Where am I? Here we go. His throat humming with satisfaction as he did so. No panties, huh? The rumors of you being a slut is true, then. Renekton's engorged cockhead continue rubbing her vigorously and mercilessly, causing Ari to unwilling moan with pleasure. Tell me what you want. Tell me where you want it, whore. Shut up! Why would I ever want a nasty crock cock? Ari biting her bottom lip to stop herself from moaning. Thresh's eerie laughter rang out through the forest as he made. Isn't Thresh like a ghost skeleton monster? Does he like have a penis? Do you even like have a penis if you're like a ghost skeleton? Sure, your mouth is best serving me. Thresh's skeletal mouth twisted into a haughty grin, revealing a glowing green shaft underneath his robed pants. Ari grimaced with disgust. It was longer than any human penises she had been with, but much thinner, like the long skeletal finger. That's really gross. Why would you, I mean, I'm bisexual, but I don't want to take, like, a weird skeleton fucking finger up my asshole. That sounds unpleasant. It felt weird, too. Not fleshy like regular penises. God, this is hilarious. Open up! Thresh... Oh, wait, open up! Thresh bellowed. Continue poking her plump pink lips with his erection. Unlike Renekton, he did not adore her resistance. He just wanted pleasure. Renekton continued the rubbing of her cunt, enjoying the friction on the head and empty feeling of the rest of the shaft. It was a nice contrast to feeling that the fox girl was moist enough he callously pushed in, hilting himself with a single... Hilting himself? Halting? I have no idea what that... What? Halting himself? I don't know. Himself with a single push. Ari screamed in pain. She never had the chance to look at Renekton's penis, not with her head down and ass up. She may have slept around a lot, but this was something else she had never felt. Something so big before. It had to be at least 12 inches. She felt her womb inwardly smash as the crocodilian beast snugly hilted himself. Eyes shut tight. Ari was not used to being so full. The sharp pain from the initial penetration. This is fucking stupid. It's hilarious. I love this. From the initial penetration slowly dulled, leaving the kitsune to slowly try and comprehend the fullness she was feeling. Thankfully, Renekton did not move at all. At least he's giving her time to adjust, she thought hazily. However, the fury of the sands was not doing this out of mercy, but out of the fact that she felt her muscles kept clenching and unclenching around his cock. He felt as though she was milking with all her attempts. He didn't even need to move to feel pleasure. He sighed in satisfaction as his cum depository hole only cum depository hole. Where am I? I don't even know where it was. Okay, cum depository hole only seemed to get tighter and tighter. Thresh snarled in annoyance at the kitsune's still sealed lips, pulling on her foxy ears roughly. He enjoyed the soft feeling of her furry appendage. He's a skeleton. Does he have, like, the ability to feel appendage? He growled angrily as he continued, finally causing Ari to yelp in pain. In a blur, Thresh shoved his cock down the fox girl's throat. The sensation was overwhelming as her throat constricted around his long, thin cock. The feeling was unreal for Ari. She considered herself to be an expert in the art of deep. She considered herself to be an expert in the art of deep throating, but she never had something this deep before. While it wasn't thick, it did reach a part of her throat she never thought existed. Finally, Renekton finally moved. He had enough of the faint pleasure of her tight hole. He wanted more. Thresh moved. He just wanted to come badly. Fair, combined, merciless. I'm trying to find a place to stop this act. This is quite long. And this is going to take forever to read. Let me see. Their combined, merciless thrusting caused strange sensation to boil in her loins. Their uneven movements were hard to get used to. She felt her mind leaving her body as pain racked her body. That was very redundant. In fact, the pain started to fade along with all her other feelings. Her mind was slowly separating with her body just from the strange sensations alone. It was an ethereal feeling. Renekton snarled passionately as he continued jamming his scaly cock all the way up to her womb. He felt the small hole inside. He wanted to get in to explore this new hidden treasure. Oh yeah, that's enough of it. That's enough of it. For now. This is just an experiment to see how it worked anyway. That was awesome. The writer is actually not bad. The writer is actually pretty decently written. Like, he has good prose and shit. Like, he's very detailed and descriptive. Like, it's actually pretty well written. It's hilarious. Like, I'm a child, so I think everything is funny. But, like, this was actually pretty fucking hilarious. So, yeah, that's it for now. I might do another one of these, or not, depending on, like, how many fucking views this thing gets, maybe. I don't know. Later.